simplest, blunt question. You clean and sober?
Yes, I'm good, and I'm clean and sober.
Yeah. How long has that been?
It's been a while. It's been a long time. But it's nice to feel that I also have a lot of great people in my life that are in the same position, so I can always turn to them, and I've had great people that I can talk to at any time and that have helped me kind of figure myself out.
Can you go to the nightlife? Can you go to parties? Can you go to clubs without suffering the temptation that's going to get you into trouble?
I could, but I don't. That's not my thing anymore. I went out actually a few months ago with a friend, and I was so uncomfortable. Not because I felt tempted, just because it was just the same thing that it always was before. And it just wasn't fun for me. I've become more of a homebody, and I like that.
I also thought about you not long ago when Whitney Houston passed away. Someone with so much talent, such raw talent, and who went through such a tough time. And obviously the end came way too soon. When you heard the news of her death, did any of it register on a personal level with you?
Not really. I don't want to go there. That's kind of a scary, morbid thing to discuss. But I mean, maybe to some extent when I went to jail and being in that place, that was really terrifying for me.
But abuse also, I mean, in terms of substance abuse, it can rob talent.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, and you can just kind of completely fall into that world, and that's a really scary thing, and I've experienced things like that, and I have friends that have experienced things like that, and it's a really sad factor that can come into play in people's lives sometimes if you don't recognize it. And a lot of people don't like to, and I think I did that for a long time. I think I was scared and didn't want to, admit it to myself, let alone anyone else.
I'm trying to put myself in the writer's room right now at Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
All right? And they're going to have some fun, or going to want to have some fun with the things you've been through in your life.
I've already pitched that yesterday.
And so is anything off limits? I mean, have you said to them, look, I want positive in my life right now, and I'd rather not do a sketch about X or Y?
I think if I'm going to do, a sketch about X or Y, this is the place to do it. I think SNL kind of is where you actually are okay to do that. And I spoke with my attorney and asked her, I didn't want to be disrespectful to, my judge or anything, and she's been really wonderful to me and helped me a lot. So I've asked if certain things would be, inappropriate or off limits, because I wanted to be in the clear. I was like, right. I'm so close.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from on the legal side? Some of the things were acceptable, so we'll see if we can get them together and write them the right way. And I want to poke fun at myself. We were arranging a phone call at one point over the last couple of weeks, and I was told that you were in community service, and I even think I was told you were at the morgue.
Yes.
That community service is given to someone like you for a reason. What have you learned from it?
It's actually amazing how, in these situations, how you can go to this place, the morgue, and the two women that I work with there have been so wonderful to me, and I've learned so much just from them, and they're just genuinely nice, good people, and everyone there has been really just kind to me, and it's been a learning experience, and I'm glad that I experienced it. I'm grateful that I've learned from it. It's helped me.
I'm sitting across.
It was humbling.
It has to be, I would imagine. I'm sitting across from you and I'm thinking you are as confident and together as I've seen you in a long time. And I'm wondering if there are people out there thinking, this can't last. This is just Lindsay today because she's saying what she wants to say, and we're going to see the old Lindsay soon. How do you feel when there are doubters out there like that? It's unfortunate, but if I harped on that and only focused on the negative and the people that doubted me, then I might be right back where they think I'll be. But that's not what I want for me, and I'm not going to go there. I don't want to go back to that place. I want to move forward with my life, and I want to continue to move forward and in the right direction. And I want to keep growing, and I want to keep growing in the right ways. It seems like in this country people love to make stars. And in some ways they like to sit back with fascination as stars crash to earth. Right. But I think Americans also like a story of redemption. Do you feel that there's a story of redemption in your future?
I personally believe that there is, yes.
How will that look if we sit down? You know, you haven't been here in 6 years. If it's another 6, let's hope it's 5 years, okay?
Maybe
I hope it's sooner. Let's say we sit down at 30, okay? 5 years from now, what will we be talking about? What's going to be going on in your life?
Hopefully I'll have just come from the Oscars this past weekend.
Do you see that kind of movie roles? Do you see getting full steam back into acting?
Yeah, completely. I just want to kind of just work, like, for certain. I want to be able to work to the point where I can just, like, go on a vacation with my family, or I can, you know, I can, and then have the premieres and be happy for that, and I love that feeling. And being able to share what I love to do with people that go see the film. I want that.
You miss that?
Yeah, completely.
There's some rumors or stories around there going that your next project is going to be playing Elizabeth Taylor?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I'm going to be playing a part of her film. It starts when she's in Cleopatra, and the producer's Larry Thompson, and he's wonderful. And we're in the middle of casting and figuring. We start production soon. So I've been doing tons of research, but I've always kind of researched her. She's always been a fascinating woman to me. So I'm really honored, and I will not let anyone down, especially myself. So.
It's funny that you felt the need to say that. I will not let anyone down.
Because people, you know, I could see where it could be scary for people to invest in me, and I don't want people to have that reason to be scared anymore. So, being able to have this opportunity with SNL and the film, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and enjoy doing it and do it as best as I can.
You said to me that you've had to change the people you hang out with, which obviously leads to a simple question, which is there someone in your life these days? I mean, romantically?
No, I don't want that.
Why not?
Not right now. I want to focus on me, and I want to focus on work. And that's another thing, actually, that in the past I didn't do. I think that I was more involved in my relationship, if I was in one, than myself. And it became very codependent in a bad way. And I lost track of, again, like looking at myself in the mirror, because I was always focused on, I was distracting myself. And I've learned to love myself, and I think that's really important. And I've learned to take the time that I need to do what I need to do that's going to make me happy. And if something came along, then you never know. But I really want to focus on my work right now. I really do. And that's the first time, I think, ever in my life that I've said that. So that's a big deal for me. It is. To not feel the need to kind of have someone else around to keep me company. And I'm okay with that right now.
You sound good and you look good, and I appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.
Don't wait 5 or 6 years.
I won't.
Okay?
I promise.
Thanks,
Thank
Lindsay.
you.
Appreciate it.